Hi honey bunny, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kina and this is Purposefully Prosperous. I help people reframe their mindset and reconnect with their spirituality. So if that is something that you are interested in, stay tuned to the rest of this video and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Comment and let me know if anything resonated with you in this video. Also check out any of the links that I have down below to see if I can service you in any way. So today's video is all about reshaping your belief system, what I did and how you can do the same by just implementing the things that I talk about in this video, taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't. Okay, so before we get into it, I just want to give a little backstory. So yesterday I filmed this video a few times and I was just having some technical difficulties, but before I did do an oracle card pulling, just a one card pull, just to see how I can bring more compassion into this and how um, the card can help to prosper the both of us. And I also did a pulling today, like what is today's lesson, and it was just going to be a one card pull, but Spirit has some things to say, so I will share that later on in the video. Okay, so stay tuned. So this was a card we got yesterday, the Awakened card, right? All about higher perspectives, making the right choices, the choices that are going to keep you in alignment with your journey and where it is that you see yourself going and getting closer to your destiny, right? Because we choose our destiny, so it's all about making the right choices to get to where it is that you want to be. So with that being said, oh, let me also say I loved how I got this card because I am in Dream Life Academy, and all about creating the dream life. And my coach always says, awakened women don't complain, they create. And this card just shows, I mean, it does have a woman on it, but that saying can apply to anyone, whether you're a woman, a man, or however you choose to identify, because we create our realities anyway. So let's get into it. And yeah, so one of the very first realizations that I had with even reshaping my belief system in the first place was the fact that it is my subconscious mind's job to prove me right. My brain and my body, my mind and my body, is doing everything within its power to prove me right. And this is why it is very important for me to make sure that I'm thinking the right thoughts, because everything that I believe will become true is going to be true. And that's the law of assumption as well. Because it's my mind and body's job to prove me right, it's going to bring forth these circumstances that is going to say, hey, you said you believe in this, right? So, and however we react to it, it's just going to bring us more and more of that. So, my brain and my body wants to prove me right. And I'm looking down because I have notes here. So, excuse that if that is distracting to you. And if any background noise or anything is distracting to you as well, I do apologize in advance. I do have the windows open, and yeah, so anyway, this is important to recognize what negative beliefs you're having, and so that you can flip that perspective, and flip those thoughts into ones that are more favorable to you, especially if we are claiming that we are God's favorite, right? It's important to have the thoughts that are in alignment with the fact that we are God's favorite and having favorable thoughts, because again, your brain and your body wants to prove you right anyways. It wants to bring forth those circumstances. God wants to give you what you want, right? The God within you wants to give you the experiences that you are seeking, but it gives you that by what thoughts you're feeding into, right? So right, God, the universe, your subconscious mind loves us so unconditionally, so it's going to do whatever to prove us right and give us those experiences. So if we are claiming that we're God's favorite and we're highly favored, we really need to keep those thoughts favorable. And yeah, this is why affirmations are important. And affirmations, it's important to realize that affirmations aren't even techniques or isn't a technique. Affirmations is you stating your belief system factually. And the best part about that is that you can change your perspective at any time. You can change yourself at any time just by choosing to be in alignment with thoughts that are favorable to who it is that you are seeking to be. Who do you want to become? Because whatever we add to I am is what we become anyways. Example, you keep saying I am broke. The universe gives you circumstances of you being broke, right? It's giving you circumstances. Or I'm tired. It's going to keep giving you circumstances of you feeling tired all the time or feeling exhausted. Whatever you add to I am is what you become. And in one of my previous videos, I want to say it may be the last, the latest video, I talk about how Rev Ike says how to not use God in vain, and using God in vain is I am, because I am is the name of God. So again, because God loves us unconditionally, whatever we add to I am, of course, that's what we're going to become. That's what we're going to experience. But using God in vain is saying those things, saying any phrase that puts you in the sense that you are powerless is using God in vain. And this is not even in the notes that I have right here in front of me, but I just needed to let that come out. So yeah, so call out the things that aren't in alignment with who it is that you want to become and flip your perspective, and then it's done. So with that being said, I'm just going to take a little break on those notes, and I'm going to share today's lesson. So because it ties in. So and like I said, it ended up being a 4-card pulling, and this is from the Realist Oracle deck, Finding Magic in the Mundane, and this card as well too. So the first card today was Body Work. This card is all about listening to your body, resting when you need to rest, speaking kindly to yourself, having positive thoughts about your body, because this is your vessel, right? This is your temple. So taking care of it, doing what you can to take care of it, and finding time to, do gentle exercise, gentle body movements. And just like a tip on that, because a tip that, or a little advice that I got, because working on my body and my body image is something that I'm also actively doing. And I found this to be very helpful, that exercise is not a punishment, it's a celebration of what your body can do. So that's also a good positive perspective to start to have. So that was that. But then the second card was the Inner Child card. And this is all about, again, being kind to yourself, nurturing that inner child, reparenting that inner child, right? Because there's no reason to even have those excuses anymore of like, oh, well, my mom was this way, or I didn't have this person, I didn't have that. And that is a lesson that I needed to learn as well. And that was like a message that I kept getting at the beginning of this year. And so it's really cool that I ended up getting this card today. But yeah, and how I interpreted this was just, again, you're being kind to yourself. Your inner child has literally been with you and is still present with you to this day. So, and in your inner child is rooting you on. Your inner child is cheering for you and wants to see you do well, and is seeing all of the great things and all of the new positive things that you're doing, like listening to this YouTube video and putting yourself on the right track. And yeah, your inner self, your inner child is cheering you on, so, and has been this entire time. So what is it that you are going to do so that you can pour back into that inner child, right? See how this card, it has the ice cream, but say maybe your inner child loves to play video games, or mine is recording videos. I've always wanted to do content creation, so my inner child is very happy right now in creating this video for you and being of service to you. And that ties into the next card, which is of being of service, right? How can you pour into your community, whether that is an online community, whether that's, you know, your actual physical community, right? What causes are you fighting for? And this card talks about how when you go out and help someone else, how this helps you lead, or how this can lead you into what your purpose, what your calling is, because whatever you're doing to be of service, that is bigger than you, right? Sharing your gift. So me sitting here sharing my mindset shifts and my reshaping my belief system, that is bigger than me because it's helping other people as well, right? So be of service, do what you can, help somebody out, help a community out, share resources, whatever the case. And then the last card was the abundance card. And the abundance card wants you to tap in to the abundance that you already have. Become aware of the abundance that you already have access to, right? Being grateful for the abundance that you already have. So do you have an abundance of family who are wise people and that they can share their wisdom with you, that you can pass down to future generations, right? Do you have access to a library with an abundance of books where you can learn from and put yourself into more abundance? Do you have what was the other one? What do you have an abundance of, right? Focusing on your abundance and being grateful for the abundance that you already have access to, right? We have access to the internet, an abundance of videos that we can research and, right, to become aware and to become the person that we want to be. What abundance are you aware of? And again, by being grateful, you're going to start attracting more experiences of abundance into your life anyways. So be grateful for what you have. So once you do these things, right, once you be kind to your body and listen to your body, and you cheer on your inner child and pour into that inner child, and you be of service to other people, you will start to attract more abundance, more positivity, more opportunities into your life. And yeah, so keep that in mind, right? Keep in mind that awakened people, we create the reality for ourselves. We create new belief systems, right? And yeah, just keep these in mind, okay? And so, like I said, changing your life can be fun and easy. And it's always been this easy, just by changing your perspective. And Romans 12:2, be not conformed by the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your own mind. This is why I said earlier, kind of taking what other people's perspective kind of with a grain of salt, right? Because I know for me, at one point in time, like, other people's opposing perspectives used to like make my world be in shambles, but that's unnecessary because everybody is experiencing life through their own lens. Nobody is technically wrong, right? We're just experiencing life through a different perspective, through a different lens. So just be careful with that, right? There's an infinite amount of reality, so it's just about you choosing which timeline that you want to be on. And that person who has that opposing perspective or opinion than yours, then they might not just be on your frequency or on your timeline, or they might be on your timeline but not in that same perspective, right? If that makes sense. So it's all good. We're just living life through different perspectives, and it's fine. It's up to you to change your mind and change your life, and your brain and your body is already doing whatever it can to prove you right and give you those experiences that you are looking for. So this is why it's important for you to define your voice and figure out if those beliefs that you are currently having are even your beliefs, right? Because again, your beliefs are just thoughts that you're repeating over and over again, as Abraham Hicks says. So, are those your beliefs, or did someone plant that seed within your mind and you decided to let that seed grow? But the good thing about that is you can decide at any moment to dig up those negative seeds and replace them with healthy ones. Replace them with healthy thoughts, okay? So, that's pretty much the end of this, but the notes on reshaping your belief system. But I did have another download as well yesterday that I wanted to share before I was having all those technical difficulties. So I'm just looking down so I can get to that download, and here it is. So, stop believing in all that separation. You are not separate from God in the universe. You possess the same qualities as God in the universe. You are magical, you are beautiful, you are capable, you are adaptable, you are miraculous. Of course people love you. Of course people want to be in your presence. You make other people feel safe, right? You are lovely. You are divinely guided in all that you do. You are divine intelligence. Believe in yourself. You are powerful. You are strong. Empower yourself. Again, my coach says awaken people, or awaken women, awaken people, however. Don't complain, we create. Believe in yourself, right? There's so many resources here online these days. It's really no excuse, right? There's free sermons that you can listen to. If you can't get to church, you got access to a phone, so go online. Listen to Reverend Ike. He's going to change your mindset for sure. There's guides to calming your nervous system. There's resources of places that you can donate to if you want to be of service, right? In the context that you want to be better and create a better life for yourself, what is the excuse? There's so many resources online these days. So if you want to undo a generational pattern, do it. What is stopping you? You've got God, the universe, the strength and the resilience of your ancestors flowing through your veins. Gosh, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe that miracles are happening all around you and within you. Whatever we ask for in prayer, believe we have received it and it will be ours. This is what God says. And you do this by utilizing your imagination, which we are already doing anyways. So this is what people mean when they say you are always manifesting and you can't turn it off. So this is how we are already using our imagination, right? Because some people feel like imagination just means visualizing, and that's the case for some people, but I know it's not for everyone, right? So if you have a narrator in your mind, if you have like a voice, or you hear a voice in your head, or however you see it, but you have thoughts, then this is how we're already imagining all day, and we're using our imagination in the wrong way. So my example for that is when I was in high school and it was senior year and I was getting ready to go to prom. Prom was, I kept saying, I don't want to wear a black dress. I don't want to wear a black dress. I don't feel like I will look beautiful in a black dress. Like, black dresses don't seem right for prom and blah, 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 blah. And I just kept dwelling in the fact of a black dress and how I didn't want a black dress. And excuse the background noise, by the way. But lo and behold, I ended up in a black dress for prom because it was the only dress that I had access to, right? Because at the time, I was dealing with having to get surgery, like under my arms. If you understand anything about hidradenitis suppurativa, um, so I had like the surgery, and I didn't want any of that showing, so I wanted a long sleeve dress. But the only dress within my budget at the time ended up being like, and I thought was beautiful and was long sleeve, ended up being a black dress, and I did not feel beautiful at all at prom, and I didn't have really the greatest prom experience. And that's because I was using my imagination to focus on all the things that could go wrong for my prom and not dwelling in all the good things that could happen for my prom. So this is how we're using our imagination all day anyways. Whenever you are imagining or dwelling in a situation, what ifs, all the negative what ifs, you are using your imagination. So again, we need to make sure that we are utilizing our thoughts and making sure that utilizing our imagination but keeping our thoughts in check. So for whatever negative thought you are having, replace them with 4 positive thoughts. You may need to do more, but it will keep you in that momentum of being habitual with your positive thinking. And I know that some people really don't like optimism. Sometimes your optimism can trigger other people, because I see it within my own reality sometimes. And I understand sometimes people just want to be realistic and real and sit in that in the moment. But again, what we focus on expands. So yes, let yourself feel. Yes, honor your body and honor your inner child and what it is that you're feeling, but don't just keep dwelling in it and dwelling in the negativity, because you're just going to keep attracting more and more of it, right? Pray, talk to God. Prayer, as Rev Ike will put it, it's not even a religious exercise. It's a positive mental transaction. It's what you are saying to yourself about yourself within yourself. How capable do you really feel? Do you not know that God is within you, that God dwells within you? Okay, so you do know that God dwells within you, and that the power of God is within you. The power of the universe is within you. The power and the resilience of the ancestors and your spirit guides and your angels is all within you, and you are not separate. You are not separate from all the powerful forces that you believe in. You are connected to it. That is the law of oneness. So tap into that, okay? Tap into that, and I pray this really helped you reshape your belief system, or help you get some insight on how you can reshape your belief system into one that is more positive and more fulfilling. So yeah, check out any links down below. I have my easy manifestation guide, and I do have my affirmation text rampages down below, and that will just help you stay in your imagination and practicing your positive affirmation. So yeah, check out any of the services down below and reach out to me. Let me know if they're helpful at all. Let me know if this video was helpful. I love you, God loves you, and you're the best. Bye.